So you are interested in Formula One, but you do not know where to start. Well, don't worry, because this is your 101 Beginner's Guide to Formula One, where I break it down to you as simple as possible for you to enjoy the new season. There were 10 teams on Formula One until the 2025 season, but starting 2026 season, we will have 11 teams on the grid. There are 2 drivers in each one of those teams. This right here is a grid for the 2026 season, and of course, all the drivers are fighting for the World Drivers' Championship. And if you're wondering if there is already some champions in the lineup, yes, there are. We have the GOAT of Formula One, which is Lewis Hamilton, who is driving currently for Ferrari. Lewis Hamilton has 7 titles to his name. Then we have Max Verstappen, current Red Bull driver, who has 4 titles to his name. Then we have Fernando Alonso driving for Aston Martin, who is actually the oldest driver on the grid, and he has 2 titles to his name from 2005 and 2006. And last one is Lando Norris, who is the 2025 season champion, with 1 title in his name. Here is all the teams in the Formula One 2026 season. Formula One consists of 11 teams, and each one of those teams have team principals. Anyways, we have Red Bull, McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes, Aston Martin, VCarb short for Visa Cash App, Red Bull. Then we have Haas, Alpine, Williams, Audi, and Cadillac. The team that has been here the longest is Ferrari, and they actually became one of the first constructors to ever reach 10,000 points in their time in Formula One. The teams also fight for a championship, which is the World Constructors' Championship. In Formula One, there's a point system, and this is crucial to win the Drivers' Championship or Constructors' Championship. First place gets 25 points, second place gets 18 points, and then it just starts decreasing from there. Only the top 10 on race day will be getting points, and the rest of the grid is non-graded. Here in left, we have the Drivers' Point standing of 2025 season, and to your right, we have the Constructors' standing. And if you're wondering how the Constructors gets points, the drivers get their points individually. So whatever points they accumulate is what will be right here in the standings. However, the difference between the driver standings and the team standings, they get to accumulate the points of the 2 drivers, and that is what makes their points. Right here is your current calendar for the 2026 season. Lastly, let's break down the race weekend format. On Friday, it is just practice, which means they will be doing 2 practice sessions. FP1 and FP2, each of these will run for 1 hour. And on Saturday, it is qualifying, and however, they do have a practice session right before qualifying, which is practice 3, and that practice will run for 1 hour as well. In qualifying, there are 3 sessions. There's Q1, Q2, and Q3. Qualifying is used to determine the starting grid for the race day. First session is Q1 that lasts 18 minutes and only the top 15 drivers pass on to the next session. Then we go to Q2 that decreases to 15 minutes, and in Q2 only the top 10 drivers pass on to the last session of qualifying, which is Q3, which will determine where you will start in the top 10 for Sunday. Then on Sunday, it is the main event where they race to get the best finish. And that is your beginner's guide to Formula One. And of course, there's still a lot of other things that I can talk about. This is just the basics that you need to know, and you can perfectly watch the race. But if you guys have any other questions, please let me know, and I will be back with another video soon.